Hello Internet, welcome to the day 5 of our series starting Codeigniter from scratch, brought to you by webexperttips.com. And in this tutorial we will be creating a calculator application where we'll be using all the concepts which we have learned up till now and try to put it together for a single application. So we will start from the scratch. We will start by downloading Codeigniter. You can download it from here. Just click on the download button and there you go. Once downloaded, you can extract the files. Copy the files into your www directory. Let's create an application called calc. Okay, I've already did that. Let's delete it and we rename this to calc and paste the files here. Launch the WAMP server, and once done, when you load the calc application in your local host, there you go, Codeigniter is now running. So let us open the calc folder in our editor. Close all these things. Okay, so there is our calc folder. This is the application folder, and this is the controller welcome.php, which is basically loading this view from here. This is the view which is getting loaded here. What we want to do is we want to pass the data, doing some logic, doing addition, subtraction, and then passing the result to the view file, and then we will try to load the data back into the browser. So we'll start. So let us first create our controller. We will name it calc.php and we'll save it under the controller. We'll copy some code from here, paste it here, rename the class to calc, which extends CI controller. We'll also copy the index function from here, pass it here, and this will load a view which is name of view calc. So we need a file, we need to create view calc, and we'll copy it under views. We'll save it. We'll go and copy some of the stuffs from here, and let's close the head tag. Open, close the body tag, close the HTML. Okay, and so this by default this controller will load this view, which is basically this view, and welcome to the calculator as the title. So let's see if that is happening. We'll go index.php, we will go to calc controller. Oops, there is some error. What is the saved as .txt file. We need it to be PHP file, and let's delete this txt file from here. Now when we refresh it, there you go, welcome to the calculator. View is getting loaded. We need a model. We need a model for this, and we can do this by creating a model class. We'll name it calculator.php and save it under the models directory. There you go. Let's close the other things. We don't need this, we don't need this. So now we have calc.php as a controller, we have view underscore calc as the view file, and we have the model calculator.php. So let's start with the model, and let's do some basic function. Let's create some basic function here. So in order to do that, we'll create the class calculator. Notice the capitalization of the first character. It extends ci underscore model class, and let's create the first function, public function. Let's call it add. We'll pass two variables here, variable 1 and variable 2, and we will return the addition of variable 1 and variable 2 as such. There you go. So this is the first function which we have created under our mod class calculator. The second step is to come back to controller cal.php. Let's delete this line. Let's create our first function, and we name it addition, like that, and let's pass some data into the variables. Let's create the first variable by the name of variable 1, which is equal to say 10. Let's create the second variable by the name of variable 2, which will save the value 5 inside it. Okay. Third thing is to load the model inside this function. In order to do that, we'll be doing $this and we'll load the model, which is calculator. There you go. And we will do some over here. We will save the value under the add variable, and we will call the model class. Then we will ask for the function. The function name was add, so it's going to be add. Pass the above two variables into it, var1 and var2. So it should return this addition of these two variables, 10 plus 5, which is equal to 15, and it will be saved under this variable add. And now next step, we will load the view. Load the view as such. it's view underscore calc. We'll pass the data variable, and then in our index function we will be calling this function, this addition, yeah, and we'll go back to our view file, and here we will echo the variable add. So we'll do add, and now when we load this file we should see 15, and there is some error. It is saying that there is some syntax error, unexpected line 15. Let's see that in cal.php. So this is another good thing about, and here is the problem. I missed the dollar sign. Let's check through the view file. Yeah, I missed echo here. Let's check in the model class. I missed one here. So now when we run this file we get the value 15, which is basically the sum of these two values. So here we have successfully created the addition function in our controller, and we are able to do some math over it using our model calculator, and we are successfully being able to pass the value in the view file, which is view underscore calc, and we are displaying it here. So let's do some more. Next we will try to do the subtraction. So for that we'll come back to our calculator model class, and we will create the subtraction function, and we will copy this code, and here we do sub, we'll call for sub function, and we will echo the sub variable. Let's beautify it a little bit. Addition, and subtraction. There you go. Yeah, now we load this, and again there's some error. Line 8 cal.php. It's okay. And in our next step we will be creating a function to do subtraction. We'll come back to our model class, we'll copy this function, we'll name it sub as such, we'll do the subtraction, then we'll come back to our controller, we'll copy the code, and let's name it sub. We name it sub here too. We go to our view file, and we just echo the sub variable. It should return 5. So we go error and we load it. There you go. We need to differentiate between the two values. It would be better if we display it little bit beautifully. addition of the values are this, and subtraction of the values are this. Save it, load it, there you go. So we can do same thing for division and multiplication. So let's do it a little bit fast. Let's just copy the code as such. This is null, this is div. We are going to define the function div and null. Go back to the model class, copy paste, let's call it null, and this will basically multiply the variables. Let's call it div, and this will basically divide the variables. Go to the view file and let's quickly copy the code. So the multiplication of the values are $mul and division of the values are $div. I'll go back to the browser and load. There you go. Multiplication of values are 50 and division of the values are 2. So that is it. We have successfully created a basic calculator application using Codeigniter and using all the concepts which we have learned in our earlier tutorials, the concept of models, concepts of views, and concept of controller. And there it is. You can play with Codeigniter and see what more values you can pass, what more logic you can do under the controllers. And if there is any confusion, you can definitely use the comment box below and post your comments, and we can try to, reply to your queries and comments. Thank you.